Hi, today I wanted to show you a project I've been working on, a CNC router. So I just wanted to make this video as a little showcase for this and show it working. So you got back forwards, you got left, right, and you've got up, down. So the general way a CNC router works is you have a spindle, this thing, that spins at really high speeds with a blade or a drill bit, a router bit as it's called, spins and cuts into the material, and you send commands from a laptop to a controller a controller which then sends the commands to these stepper drivers, and then these stepper drivers then send that to these stepper motors, so NEMA 23 motors. From here, running along this drag chain all the way into this thing. Going top level down, this is a vacuum chute. The vacuum goes into here, which should be this thing which connects into the ceiling here. There's supposed to be a light cable, but you got to work with what you got. So it runs to there, then runs along over into here. This is all 3D printed, and this connects onto this connector here, which holds onto this linear actuator. This is a clamp, 3D printed as well, bolts down, goes into here. These plastic pieces are milk cartons that have been cut up and then jammed into a piece of plastic here and a piece of plastic there, and you can see how, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I don't think it shows it clearly, but you can see like a rough join where they join into the plastic, and then it's been glued in. Yeah, so then you've got that all connected to a linear actuator, which has these wheels that run inside these V-slot chambers, or V-grooves, and then when the motor turns, it turns a threaded rod, and that moves the plate up and down. So this whole thing, like this and that and that and the balls and the plate, is sold in one set by a project called Open Build, and they just sell these things as a set, and I just put them together and I built the 3D printed connectors and so on. So then you've got that all connected onto this, and then because I wasn't able to find a router wire long enough that will go through all this chamber, I got a plug extension and then run that through and then put the plug onto that. So that way you can pretty much put anything. So I thought maybe I could put a laser here as well to engrave, but it might be a bit dangerous, but it's a possibility that I could do. Yeah, that runs through here. You can see the wire running along, the extension cable, so on. Yeah, another linear actuator, 1.5 meters. Same sort of setup. You've got this, that, and in the corner another plate with V wheels, high precision V wheels. Yeah, this is more stable than this, because you've got V wheels on the outside. Yeah, on the outside, and they run along this, because it's much more moves a bit, but not as much as it did. Not as much as this does. Yeah, so yeah, you can see it's pretty smooth. You got these connectors, again 3D printed. So on the other side you can see here we've got a bunch of bolts, 5mm, M5s and M8s to connect to this rail. It runs along on these connectors. Now these connectors have wheels on the outside, but because I ran out of V wheels I used skateboard bearings. I got a pack of 30 quite cheap, so I used them and 3D printed these outer wheel coverings and squeezed them on in my clamp. And I used these bolts as an axis for each wheel, and so it could fit into these rails. Yeah, and this the same thing runs on the bottom as well. So whatever's on the top is the same at the bottom. Yeah, so that covers both rails. You've got these angle connectors that connect the linear rail to the actual frame. On the front side, so one issue I was having with these connectors was that it came in the way of the linear rail. So I made one out of wood that was much stronger, and therefore I can make it thinner. And now it works much better. So that way I can go in about 100mm, and left right can go about 110. So to round off, the thing that controls the laptop is running a version of Mark III. There's nothing running on it right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want more videos, let me know. But I'll post some projects of me using this and cutting out some work and putting it together. Yeah. Thanks for watching.